Well, hello, students, and welcome to another free English class where I have the opportunity to help you to understand and speak better English. Over the last few weeks, I have been enjoying the live stream, and I hope you have as well. Matter of fact, you can show me that you have been learning and enjoying the live stream by leaving a comment or giving me a like with the like button. On today's class, I'm going to discuss how to speak in English about your daily schedule. Okay. Things that you do daily. So I have a lot that I want to talk about in a short period of time. Again, thank you so much for taking time to watch and taking time out of your busy schedule, as well as the thousands of people that are listening to the podcast on your mobile phones. Thank you so much. If you didn't know, the link is down in the description. So let's get into today's lesson. So when we talk about a daily schedule, it is your routine or something that you do, as I stated a few minutes ago, every single day. Some people use their phone in order to make out their daily routine, their task, or the things that they need to do. Some people write it down. But when it becomes a routine, it just becomes a part of you. And there are things that you do every day. And I'm going to help you to learn how to describe and speak about those things in English. So first and foremost, if it's a new day, you wake up. No doubt about it. You wake up from sleep. Everyone has a different time that they wake up from sleep. Some days I wake up before 7 o'clock, sometimes before 5 o'clock, or sometimes before 8 a.m. So it just varies. It just depends on what you have to do in that day. But the elderly and old folks in my life used to say any day that you wake up is a good day. Despite the problems and challenges you may have, any day that you wake up is a good day. Then you would make your bed. Of course, beds in this country come in various sizes. You have a twin bed, a full-size bed, a queen-size bed. Grandma always taught me when I was a child, the first thing you do, or one of the first things you do when you wake up, is you make that bed. You clean up after yourself, okay? So you make your bed. And then you go to the restroom and you take a bath or you wash your face. Depending on how much time you have, sometimes it will determine which one you do, whether you get in the shower and take 5-10 minutes or run some water and wash your body that way. Or some people may not bathe every day because they may not feel as if they are dirty and they don't want to put certain types of soaps or detergents on their skin. But for the most part, many people wash up or bathe every single day once they wake up. And then you brush your teeth. You want to get those teeth as clean as you can to prevent cavities from coming in your mouth, in between your teeth. Of course, I have another video about things that you do in the bathroom or in the morning, and you can find that on the channel. But brushing your teeth is something that most people do every single day so their teeth can be healthy, they can be strong, and they can last hopefully a lifetime without falling out. Now, I know this is not the case for many people, but there are a lot of people that once they start their day or leave the house, they pray or they meditate. Many people, such as myself, I pray to my God every single day. I make sure I talk to my God. I meditate. I read the scripture. And many people have different routines that they do when it comes to them communicating with their God on a daily basis. I do understand that not everyone may do so, but some people, this is a part of their daily routine. Okay. And so many people choose to acknowledge the Lord so he can direct their path. And oftentimes this is done at the beginning of the day. Some people do it in the car on their way to work. Some people do it at noon. Then you have some people that pray or meditate 3 or 4 times a day. But for the most part, many people put it in the beginning of their day or in the morning. You do your hair. Now, as you can see, my hair is gone. So it does not take me long to do my hair. Often, maybe every other day, I have to shave. It'll be time for me to shave in the morning. I'm getting kind of a lot of hair on my cheek and on my chin and on my head, as you can see. But for some people, doing their hair takes longer than others. Some people may do it at another time of day. Some people wrap their hair. Some people braid their hair. But doing your hair so you look presentable is something that usually takes place in the morning. Change your clothes. Now, I have slept in the same clothes one day and woke up and wore those clothes again. And I'm putting that out on YouTube, but I know I'm not the only one. But changing your clothes so you are clean, so your appearance is presentable. And this is something that we teach children to do here in the States, that you want to be presentable when you go out in public. You want to change your clothes every single day, whether it's a shirt, your undergarments, women that wear bras and so forth. These are items that you want to change out every day so you don't have an odor. Making breakfast. Now, they say breakfast is the most important part or most important meal of the day. Okay, I enjoy breakfast. Sometimes I fast and I skip breakfast, but for the most part, I enjoy toast. I have tea. I like waffles. I love a number of different things for breakfast. And this is done in the morning. It's one of my favorite meals of the day. And usually breakfast helps give you energy, gives your body nutrients, as well as get you ready for the day that you're about to tackle and experience. Greeting your family. Now, some people live with their family or their loved ones, and you kiss them before you leave the house. You embrace them. Unfortunately, just depending on your mindset, sometimes that may be the last time you see them. You never know what will happen in a day. And so oftentimes people greet their family. Sometimes later in the day, they may call or text. I know my wife, she gives me a kiss every morning, and sometimes I'm sleeping so hard. I tell her when she gets home, I didn't even know you left or gave me a kiss. And she's like, yes, I did. I'm like, no, you didn't. So many people greet their loved ones and relatives, hug their children, see them off before they start their day. And then you go to work. If you're not someone that works at home, you have to go to another location. You may ride a bike, you may drive. Some people travel and fly to different places throughout the week. I have a friend that flies to Chicago, and then he goes to Florida, and he goes to like 2 or 3 different states throughout the week or every 10 days. So it just depends on where you work. Some people work from their home. Some people work in the basement of their home. But you go to work in order to be productive and add to society, as well as to earn a wage. And these are things that are usually done every day. Most people work 5 days a week, some 6 days a week, and some people work every single day. So it just depends on your occupation or what it is that you do. And then throughout the day, you run errands. You have tasks that you need to take care of in order to help your family or to pay bills. Sometimes you run errands. You run to the bank. You may go see or check on a relative that may be elderly. You may have to get the oil changed on the car. So there are a number of different errands. You may have lunch with your child at school, different errands or tasks that must be accomplished throughout your day. And then usually at the midday, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock p.m. time, most people take a lunch break. Okay, they may go to a park or they may eat in the car, but they take 15, 30, 45 minutes or an hour to have a lunch break. Some people sleep on their break. Some people read a book on their break. Some people go exercise when they have a lunch break. So it just depends on what it is that you plan to do with that day. And then some people, every single day, they make sure they enjoy their day. It may be a vacation day, a personal time off. You may go to the park. You may go driving. You may go shopping. So today, my wife and I, she was off, I was off, and we took time and we went to a neighboring city, and she went and purchased a pair of shoes. She bought a shirt. I bought some sweaters because I was in need of some sweaters to keep warm. It's actually supposed to be around 20 degrees tomorrow, so those sweaters will come in handy. But whatever people want to do to enjoy their day, oftentimes they try to have that time that they schedule it to do it every single day. I don't just want to work every day and not enjoy the day. Many people check their social media accounts and emails throughout the day. They have their phones and they log on and see if anyone has been social with them. Every day I check to see if someone has left me a comment on one of my videos. I'm thankful that people watch, but I'm trying to interact with the students and the subscribers that I have. And for whatever reason, right now, many people are not being social with me. Though I have one or two people that make it their business to leave a comment, I'm grateful. But I know there will come a time where I probably will have so many comments I can't handle them. But like myself, many people check their social media every single day, probably several times a day, probably too much in a day. And that's just a part of their routine. And then you return home safely. And I don't know about you, but every day I can make it home and see my family, I'm happy. If you have a pet, part of your daily routine is to attend to your pet, your animal, whether it be a dog, a cat, a rabbit. Some people have pigs for pets and they feed them, they walk them. You may have fish and you take time to adore and spend time with your pet throughout your day because they need attention. And then part of your daily routine is to clean your home or your yard. Okay, so if you have trees, you may take time to rake the leaves. If you have grass that's overgrown, you take time to cut the yard or mow the yard. So whatever needs to be done, you may have to pick up old clothes, wash a load of clothes, clean windows, vacuum. Homes have to be maintained. And so that is usually a part of a responsible person's routine throughout the day or throughout the week. Then if you have homework, if you're a student, or if you have children, you have to make sure they get their homework done. If you're a part of Jay's Learning School, you make sure that you listen to the podcast, you leave me a comment, you do your homework assignments, and you practice speaking English. And that is something that has to be done every day, or you won't get better or improve. So you have to be persistent and do that every single day. Okay, we're almost finished. Then, as I said earlier, you want to have some downtime. You want to relax throughout your day. You had a hard day's work. You want to come home and kick your feet up, and you want to take a bath. You just want to relax, watch TV, read a book, get on the internet, watch a video from Jay's Learning School. With that being said, I have a second channel that I've started that I have shorter videos, shorter English lessons. They're always short, like 3 minutes or under 3 minutes. And the link will be in the description. I would love for you to subscribe there. But whatever you do in your downtime, it's so you can relax and have some peace of mind and just take a break. And then, of course, you eat dinner. Or some people say in the country, you eat supper, or you have a meal with your family. You have a salad, or you may eat beef or lamb, or you may have chicken, or you may have vegetables and fruit, and you sit down and you converse and you eat dinner. One tradition we have is to sit down with the family and not in front of the television unless maybe it's the weekend. But everyone sits down and you talk about your day and you bond and you grow. These are things that you do over a meal, or usually you can do over a meal besides just eat the food. And then it's time to unwind for that day and get some rest. So you put on your pajamas, your sleepwear. Another term for pajamas, PJs. Some people just sleep in shorts. Some people sleep nude. They sleep buck naked, they just nothing on. But however you do, pajamas, PJs, sleepwear, lingerie, you want to be comfortable when you sleep. So you take off your work clothes and you put on your sleepwear and you get ready to get some rest. Some people in their daily routine, they call their parents or their loved ones. They may have a grandparent, a great grandparent, or a father or a mother, and they call to check on them. You may have adult children that you call and check on them. You text them, you FaceTime them on your phone, and you want to let them know that you love them, you miss them, you're wondering how their day was. These are things that we do on a daily basis. Or sometimes you may call and check on your parents every few days or once a week. It just depends on your daily routine or your schedule. And finally, once all of this is done, it's time to get some rest and go to bed. Now, many people, when they sleep, some people have to sleep when it's pitch dark. They don't need or want any light. It has to be black. That's my wife. I asked her, I said, girl, are you a vampire? It's too dark in here. Some people, they sleep with the television on. Some people sleep with earphones on. People have different sleep habits. Some people don't eat or drink maybe an hour until they go to sleep because they can't sleep on a full stomach. It's amazing how different people are. Some people sleep with the sleep mask on to keep the light out of their eyes. Now, I'm going to be honest. Some people sleep with earplugs in because their spouse, their significant other snores. And they get tired of hearing the snoring, so they put earplugs on. So when you consider these 20 plus different tasks, it would be easy to make up a daily routine. Okay, I've given you so much and described so many different things that take place in a daily routine. And I know you have learned something. I know I have helped you in this brief live stream. I hope you choose to subscribe if you're not a subscriber, like the video if you have learned and enjoyed today's free English class. Also, join me every Tuesday at 9:15 a.m. and Thursdays at 7:15 p.m. These are Eastern Standard Times. All of my social media links are located in the description. I really appreciate you watching. Share this video with a friend. And while you're here, be sure to watch some of my other videos here on my channel. I hope you have a wonderful day and join me on my next live stream.